Police officers, what arrest broke your heart to make? I was 2 months into being a cop when I got called to a pharmacy robbery downtown. Dispatch said armed suspect, possible weapon, cashier cooperating. My hands were shaking as I pulled up. This was my first real call involving a gun. The pharmacy was one of those old corner stores that's been there forever. Mrs. Park behind the counter looked terrified but unharmed. She pointed toward the back aisle where this tiny kid was standing with what looked like a pistol. The suspect was maybe 13 years old, skinny as a rail, wearing a hoodie 3 sizes too big. His hands were trembling worse than mine. I drew my weapon and called out standard commands. The kid immediately dropped what he was holding and put his hands up. That's when I saw the gun was fake. Wooden block painted black with a marker. Looked real from a distance, but up close it was obviously homemade. The craftsmanship was actually pretty good for a kid. Mrs. Park told me the weirdest part. He didn't take money or snacks or anything valuable. Just grabbed one thing from behind the pharmacy counter, a box of insulin pens. That's it. Nothing else was even touched. I cuffed the kid and walked him to my patrol car. Standard procedure. But the whole ride to the station, he wouldn't stop crying. Not angry crying or scared crying. Just this quiet, desperate sobbing that made my chest hurt. Finally, I asked him what was wrong. Between the tears, he kept saying the same thing over and over. I didn't know what else to do. So I pulled over and turned around in my seat. Asked him to explain what happened. The story that came out broke something inside me. His name was Trevor. His older sister, Amy, had type 1 diabetes since she was little. Their mom, Rachel, worked 2 jobs but just got fired from the diner last week. No insurance. Amy's insulin ran out 3 days ago and a refill costs $400 they didn't have. Amy had been getting sicker and sicker, throwing up, barely staying awake, acting confused. That morning she passed out on their couch and wouldn't wake up. Their mom was drunk again, completely useless. Extended family all lived in other states or just didn't care. Trevor found a YouTube video showing how to make a fake gun from wood scraps. Spent 2 hours painting it black with a Sharpie. His plan was simple: get the insulin, save his sister, turn himself in later. He figured juvenile detention was better than watching Amy die. My heart was pounding. I asked for their address and called for EMS immediately. Told Trevor we were going to check on Amy right now. Their apartment was a disaster. Empty beer bottles everywhere, unpaid bills scattered on the kitchen table, barely any food in the fridge. Amy was unconscious on a ratty couch, breathing shallow and fast. Her lips looked almost blue. The paramedics arrived just as we got there. They immediately started an IV and checked her blood sugar. The number was so high their machine couldn't read it. They said another hour and she probably would have gone into a coma. Amy was rushed to the hospital. Trevor rode with me, still in handcuffs but watching through the back window as the ambulance pulled away. He kept asking if she was going to be okay. I honestly didn't know what to tell him. At the station, I had to process Trevor like any other suspect. Fingerprints, mugshot, the whole thing. But every cop there knew this case was different. The kid robbed a pharmacy to save his sister's life with a fake gun made from scrap wood. The pharmacy declined to press charges. The district attorney dropped the case completely after reviewing the circumstances. Trevor was placed with his aunt in Sacramento while their mom went to rehab.